Learn some Plaxis 3D. So today we are inviting Dr. William. He is in Singapore. We invite Hartley to join our webinar.
Hi,
So he
Shiva.
will be there always in our webinar. Hi, Dr. William.
Hi, Shiva. How are you?
Fine, fine. So today we are going to learn how to model in Plaxis 3D diaphragm wall. So one single segment. We are trying to explain how we can make stage by stage and how we can go for make the model and change of volume properties. Everything we are going to learn. So today, just introduce how we are going to use our Plaxis. These things you already know. So Plaxis is the name and where we are developing. We have two type code, Plaxis 2D and 3D. So today we are going to learn something about 3D. So these are the element, basic element in Plaxis 3D line element. So we are using three noded line element. For triangular, we are using six noded triangular element. And for 3D, 10 noded tetrahedral elements we are using in Plaxis 3D. So this is just for your information. We have the fixed element. There's no other choice. Only we have the basic this type of element available in Plaxis 3D. So actually, geotechnical we can divide broadly into two categories: material-wise behavior and geometry. So material we are using in Plaxis soil majorly, and sometime maybe rock or soil. And another one important thing is we are going to handling the mostly structure, that underground structure. So any structural it will interface with the soil. So that material behavior we need to make the model, and geometry wise whether our problem is 2D or 3D, that we need to categorize, and how we are making the construction sequence, that's we need to understand. So I directly go to that Plaxis 3D. So already that Dr. Williams shared with you the latest version is Connect Edition. So it is latest, they have the update of third version. So previously the license is based on the dongle. Now it is basically internet based license. So it will be quite easy. You can use as per your convenience. That is the advantage. So in pre-processing, solution and post-processing, pre-processing we have geometry modeling, assigning material, and for solution it's a solver. Post-processing we are going to explore the different type of result or any warning or error. Those things of things we are going to study in post-processing. So similarly, the Plaxis 2D, 3D also has the different type of calculation: plastic, consolidation, safety, dynamic, and fully coupled flow. Today we are going to learn how to do the plastic and safety calculation. So we are going to learn these two type of calculations. So generally the Plaxis 3D has some advantages, because sometimes the 2D we cannot simulate real behavior. If it is really you have 3D problem, we need to make in 3D instead of so much assumption for creating 2D. It is better to do in 3D. So we can simulate real behavior. So you need to find out whether our problem is 2D related or 3D related. If it is 3D, you better go to choose 3D software, 3D finite element program. So like soil mode. So basically in Plaxis 5 modes: soil mode, structure, mesh, flow, and construction sequence. In the soil mode, like 2D, we have bore log profile. Create borehole, we can create a different layer. But in structure mode, we have a lot of options. So we can go for rotate, point, to generate the single node or multiple nodes, line, loads, extrude, lines, displacement, array, surfaces, structure, import the surface or import volume. There are a lot of tools available in 3D. So interface element also we have in 3D. So actually we are go to directly live in the demo. It will be better understanding. So we have started new or open the existing. This is a quick select window. So let's start the new project. This is basically Plaxis 3D. Okay, so like 2D, we need to enter the title. Just enter devolve problem. So model, what we are going to learn today, there is a small segment. So let's see, this is the problem we are going to create in the 3D. Actually, this is our symmetry. We are going to do the D-wall construction 3 segment. First, second is there is a gap, and third, finally, we are going to create the third segment at the middle. So 2 segment 2.5 and 1 is 2 meter, the middle portion. The total depth 30 meter and total our soil strata is 40 meter. It's a stiff sandy clay. We are make the model, that is our boundary limit, considering 20 meter in the x direction. In the y direction we are going to consider 10 meter, because it's a symmetry. We are going to create one half of the segment. So this is our idea how we are going to create the model. So these are all different excavation, different construction phase. So phase 1 we are going to do the excavation this first segment, and then we are applying a bentonite pressure on this area to avoid the stability failure. And then second portion we are doing the phase 3, we are going to do the excavation for the second part, and fourth phase again bentonite pressure we are applying. Then we are going to remove the middle portion. So these are the different stages. So phase 1 excavation, and phase 2 is water condition part 2, and excavation for part 3. So these 3 phases. Initial phase, actually it's a greenfield condition. So that is what we are going to create. And the fourth phase, we are concreting all the 3 segments. We are providing the concrete. It's a fresh concrete, green concrete. So it will be only weight, because it will not hold any stiffness. So it's only consider the weight. It's a fluid concrete. After that, after setting time, so we are considering activate the concrete body. So this is a phase 5. Up to phase 5, we are going to make the construction. After that, we are going to do each phase what is the factor of safety. So for excavation for part 1, what is your factor of safety? We are going to calculate by phase 6. So each phase we are going to check the factor of safety by different phases. So how we are going to do this, create these different phases, we are going to learn today. So after that, we are going to create one curve, plotting curve manager. These are for different stages. Phase 1, phase 2 and phase 3, and it's a final phase. What is your factor of safety? This is what we are going to try to plot. And also we can see how to make the vertical cross section, and how the principal stresses are plotting, the dots effect, how we can make to visible the result. That's also we can study. So this is the overall idea. So we are going to make demonstration of this model. See, now we are going to import the soil properties, and then we are going to assign. So how to assign? You can just track like 2D. You can track either drop on the borehole or directly on the material here, or you can the background also you can assign. So how you want to do? You can choose multiple options. So it will be very handy. You can assign, and also you can right click on the object, and you can assign the material. So this way you can also assign, or you can assign from selection explorer, or you can also assign in the model explorer. So there are multiple options you can utilize. Which one is compatible you can use. Okay, this way we can create the soil profile. So that's all, because we have only one borehole. Similarly, if you want to do multiple borehole, you can create any number of borehole. So just to choose this model and you can click it where the second borehole, you just give the coordinate and define the top and bottom layer. Automatically it will interplay between two borehole. If it's two different levels are there, the Plaxis will automatically interplay. So it will be very handy and very simple. And then we can move to next mode, it's structure mode. So here the structure mode, actually we need to create 3 segments. So this 3 segment, each segment 2.5 meter, center portion is 2 meter. So 3 segment we need to create. How to create? Because this vertical toolbar now, the toolbar is entirely changed from the soil mode to structure mode. See, now you see that all the vertical toolbar related to structure, whatever we want to create for structure related thing, that toolbar available. See, single point, multiple copy, extrude, move or rotate, multiple selection, line. In line you have the multiple option: create line, create polyline, create beam, create line load, create line displacement. So there are multiple toolbar available each command. So in this problem we need to use create surface. So we need to create a surface. Where we need to create the surface, actually it is 3 coordinates: 6.5, 0, 40 is the starting point. Okay, so just you can enter the coordinate value in the command box. It will be easily we can create. Just enter 6.5 space 0 and then 40. That is your first point of the polygon. Okay, surface, that is the first point. 6.5, 0, 40. 40 is Z, 6.5 is X, 0 is Y direction. So next point, it is actually in the Y direction, it is 0.5 meter. In the X direction, it is 2.5 meter. So if it is X direction, change the value 9, Y is 0, and then 40. That is the second point. Third point, 9, Y direction, it is 0.6 meter, not 0.5, it is 0.6, total 1.2 meter, 0.6, and then again 40. In the Z direction, it is 40, then again 6.5, 0.6, and 40. So this is a 4 coordinate. Just enter. Now you can see, able to view the one segment. So I am going to use multiple array tool to create the second segment. So that is in the direction, single direction, because it will be the adjacent to the next one. So number of column, it is 2 numbers, and in the X direction, actually it is 2.5. Total another 2 meter. Total I consider 4.5 meter. Okay, second segment. So number of copies, it is 2. So now there is a 3 segment, 2 segment. Again I made another one copy, that is 2, and it will be 2 meter distance. Okay, this is the second part. And then if you double click the surface, we can able to edit. Here you have the option to edit, you can modify. Okay, so I changed to 9, and also this point also 9. So now I just modify 9, 0, 40, and then 11, 0, 40, and 11.6, 40, and 9.6, 40. So like that you can modify. So it is very easy to copy, and also you can modify the surface. Anytime if you want, you can just modify. You can select here, and you can also modify in this selection explorer. You can double click, you can edit in the pop-up window. So this is very simple. You can instead of creating very complex in different GUI, Praxis have the very powerful and easy and simple to use it. Yes, for creating the geometry, you no need to spend more time, but we can spend our technical knowledge for some other purpose. So that is why it is very easy to handle the program. So now we need to make volume. So we can convert the surface to volume by using extrude tools. This will be very powerful. You can convert point to line, line to surface, and surface to volume. So anything you can modify by using the extrude object. So you can choose multiple object by press Control key. So now I chose all three objects. Now we just give the extrude. So in the extrude direction, Z direction minus 30 meter. So just enter and apply. So now we can able to model a volume. So now there is a three object. So the still it is not a single, three object is there. Now this top three surface further it is not necessary, because the surface only we created to generate the volume. So just select this three object and delete. Okay, now we have only three volumes. Okay, so now we generate three segment. Okay, now next mode. Now we finished the structure mode. Next we can move to mesh mode. So now there is a different object. So what we can select this, our diaphragm wall element, it will be finer mesh compared to the remaining area. How to modify? You can select this volume, select volume, multiple selection volume, and then track the window. So now we can able to select all three smaller volume. Okay, now we can change the coarseness factor to the 0.5. Instead of 1, we change it to 0.5, so that when we create a mesh, this area will be finer than compared to the remaining area. So just we consider the coarseness factor 0.5. So here we see now again there is a different vertical toolbar. Again single selection, multiple selection, and this is the geometry check and refine the mesh. What we done, refine the mesh for 50% compared to the remaining area. If you want to coarsen, you can also do the command, and if you want to get back the original, you can use this reset local coarseness. And this command, we are going to generate a mesh. Defaultly it will show the medium type. So just select the OK button. Now the program will create the mesh. So now in the command line you can check it, how many elements has created and how many nodes are there. So at the bottom we can able to view it. So suppose we want to view the mesh, we can just open the view mesh tab. So now we can able to generate mesh view option. Output window of our mesh window. So now you see this center portion finer mesh as compared to the remaining area. So whatever we given 50% of our remaining area. So this area have the finer mesh. Even though it is finer mesh, you see there is a connection from the boundary to this finer area. The program have automatic meshing technique. It will slowly enlarge to reach the boundary area with coarse mesh. So automatic meshing have the very smooth change of size. So it will also have the better quality. So come back to geometry window. Okay, now you see that mesh is already finished. Now in the flow condition, there is nothing changed because as per our given information, it is 39-meter level water condition. Staged construction, the program defaultly create the initial phase. So the initial phase, we are going to use the K0 procedure. So just you need to check whether any other structural element has active or not. We have activate only the soil because even though we generated 3 segment, we did not assign these properties the concrete. It's a still it's a soil, so we can go for keep the same thing. Okay. So now we are going to add different phases. So first phase, segment 1 need to remove by using deactivate toolbar. It's the deactivate toolbar. And also we are going to apply the bentonite pressure by change the pressure value, the water condition. We are going to change the water condition mode, how we are applying the different pressure. So I add one phase, phase 1, that is the excavation. Segment 1. It's a only plastic calculation. We are going to do plastic calculation. Right click, deactivate, still keep the remaining selection. Now we are going to change the user defined value. So Z reference is 40 meter and P refer value 0 and increment value, that is your bentonite pressure increment value is minus 11 kilonewton. So we are using minus 11 kilonewton per square meter per meter. So minus 11 we are applying. This is the phase 1 segment. We add another phase. This is the second segment 2. We are removing the segment, again plastic calculation. So this is the second part. Right click, deactivate, again go for user defined value. Z refer value is my 40. Incremental for bentonite pressure, it is minus 11. This is the second part. Add another phase. It's a phase 3. It's a segment 3. So deactivate, again go for calculation, user defined, reference value 40, incremental minus 11 kilonewton. This is the third part. So now we do the excavation for 3 part. So next phase we are going to select all the 3 area. We need to consider next phase 4. It's a fluid concrete. So it is a fresh concrete. Same again plastic calculation. Now we are selecting this all 3 volume. We need to select all 3 volume and then again user defined condition. Now instead of minus 11, now we are going to use the concrete weight, that is minus 24 kilonewton per cubic meter. We are applying the concrete, fresh concrete. So this is the 4th stage. And then 5th one, we need to change after the hardened concrete. So it is the hardened concrete. So it is cured concrete. Again, it's a plastic calculation. So now in these 3 area, we need to again activate. So right click any one of the object and then select activate and then change this value. Instead of stiff clay, you can change to concrete. So the concrete, there is a dry weight, so there is no water condition is applicable. Because our concrete property is a non-porous, so that the program will not consider the your water pressure. Okay, so now we assign concrete. Now you see there's a difference between the soil and concrete color we can identify. So now we define different construction sequence. So first removal of first portion, then second portion, then third. After that we are apply the fresh concrete. So then fifth stage we are going to create the cured concrete. Okay, this is where we are the construction procedure, construction of D wall we are going to create. So now each phase whether our soil is safe or not we are going to find out. So whether within the limit or more than prescribed limit we need to check. By each phase we need to consider the safety calculation. What is the first phase factor of safety, second phase after excavation of second portion, and then third portion. So first you highlight this phase 1 and then you can add. So it will be automatically generate the phase from next phase starting from the phase 1. So if you are in the phase 5, if you add that also you need to change manually. But if you want to which stage you want to check the safety, you can highlight that particular phase and then add. So now phase 6 will be started from the phase 1. You just double click the parameter you can be able to view that is starting from the phase 1. So now you can change the calculation type to safety calculation. And also you need to put reset displacement to the 0. And also you can limit the number of steps restricted to maximum number of steps 40. Okay, this will be reduce the time calculation. So just we can limit the maximum number of steps, make it 40. So this is the first phase safety. Similarly, highlight the second phase, add, make phase 6, change safety calculation, again reset displacement to the 0, number of steps, make it 40 steps, and select OK. And then third one, again highlight the third one, add, phase 8, change the calculation type, safety calculation, reset displacement to the 0, and then limit maximum number of steps 40. Okay, finally fresh concrete, fourth stage. Highlight fourth one, add factor of safety, change calculation type safety, again reset. It's a deformation control parameter, so it should be starting from the reset displacement, then maximum number of steps, limit to 40. Okay, so now we finished all the safety analysis. Now before going to calculation, we need to how to find out the point for curve. Select point for curve. How to choose? You can select this tool, select point for later you can plot the curve. So it will again open another output window where which point you want to select. So I select nearby middle portion, update. So now I chose one point. So then next you can move to calculations. Calculate. So now the calculation is running. So it will take time. I will skip the calculation. I will open the solved model. So this is the already I finished the calculation one model is there. Now we can move to how to view the calculation result. So in the staged construction, the last tool is how to view the calculation result tool. Just click it. It will open the new output window. I will stop the sharing the screen and then I will open the output window. Yes, now this is the output window. So initial phase and different phases you can able to view. So what is the first phase? This excavation. This is a deformed mesh. So we can view the total displacement. So this is the displacement for the first case. I just hide the element contour so that we can able to view without the element. So this is the first segment. We can move to second segment. So how the deformation is there, and then final third segment. So this is a total excavation. This is a different type of view option. This is the deformation arrow, how the deformation is moving, the direction with the arrow symbol is there. This is the contour line, this is the contour shade. And this is ISO view. So how it will be, deformation is there. So each stage we can check it. After fluid concrete, what is the deformation? And then cured concrete, what is the deformation? So now it's a real wall make the model. So the deformation is generated. So remaining 6, 7, 8, 9 phases are safety. So the safety is based on the finished calculation. Excavation part 1 is the phase 6 safety. For first cases, what is the factor of safety? So each factor of safety we can check it in plot curve. If you select the curve manager, so you can select new. So it will pop up the new window. Which point you want to check the plot curve, you can select. In the x-axis, you can make the displacement. Y-axis, you need to choose the multiplier. That is sigma MSF. That is a factor of safety for the multiplier factor of safety, sigma MSF, and then select OK. So now it plot all the stages, but we need any one of the particular stage. You can select again. So we need to remove the unwanted phase. You can select phases, deselect all. So I need to only view the phase 6 option. Select phase 6, select OK and apply. Now you can able to view for phase 6 what is the factor of safety. So it is more than 2.6. It's the average value is 2.7. So this is the value we got the value of factor of safety. Similarly, we can add another one curve, same graph, add another curve from current project. Same thing, again select OK. Now again it will display all the phases. Again you can remove all the phase and need to select phase 7 because it's the second segment. So now you see there is a 2 in single graph. This is the first phase, factor of safety. This is the second phase, factor of safety. Similarly, we can add another 2 also. So this is what we already created in this. So this is the final graph. This is the first phase 1, phase 2 and phase 3, and this is the final cured concrete phase. What is the factor of safety? So it will be more than 80, but this very critical one is the fresh concrete. That value also it is more than 1.2, almost 2 is the optimum value. So this is what we can get the graph and compare each phase, what is the factor of safety, everything we can learn from single portion. So now I just explained how to create a vertical cross section and how the principal stresses is creating their things. Just I will show. Suppose we want to view the total stress at the excavation of third person. Okay, at the level of 25-meter level. This is the horizontal cross section at 25-meter level. Let's select OK. So now this is the cross section at 25-meter level. So here the stresses, let's put total stress. So this is the stress action for at the 25-meter level. So this is for excavation, third excavation, complete excavation. This arching effect you can be able to view. Suppose in case of part 2, that is first and second segment, that time how the stresses are there, and for first excavation what is the stresses pattern. So we can view the different result. So we can view all the stresses possible, and also you can make cross section vertical and horizontal cross section we can be able to view. So this way we can get real behavior of diaphragm wall, because in 2D we are going to create a plate element and all the things, but 3D we can find out whether our soil will be stable or not. That also we can find out. So that is why we are make this model and how to utilize our Plaxis 3D for real behavior. Okay, that's it. Any question we can discuss. So one question, how to differentiate the fresh concrete and cured concrete. The fresh concrete we are applying only load, that pressure, and cured concrete we activate the real properties, that is concrete properties. So that way we can differentiate. So in cured concrete we are activate the stiffness. Once you activate the volume element, it will consider for the stiffness and do the calculation. So that's why we can make the model.